Hello everyone. I'd like to welcome you all and thank everyone for coming to KGAP Israel Challenge hosted by ATL. I'm Makiko Tatsumi from Business Development Office of ATL. KGAP is a startup acceleration program organized by ATL. Batch 3 was successfully finished up with a demo day last Wednesday. Then we are going to kick off Batch 4. Today, 7 motivated startups from Israel challenge to ticket to Batch 4. Also, they look for partners to expand their business into Japan. Not only the startups, we believe that today's audience are interested in the collaboration with startups. So this event will be a wonderful opportunity for both of them. This webinar is co-hosted by IIA, Israel Innovation Authority, and JETRO, Japan External Trade Organization. Also, Economic and Trade Mission of Embassy of Israel and the Charter Group support us. We are very pleased to this collaboration. Okay, well, please welcome Mr. Avi Lufton, Acting VP, Head of International Division of Israel Innovation Authority. He's delivering greeting remarks for us. Avi-san, okay, I'm finishing my screen. Yes. Avi-san, yes, please.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Makiko-san. Good afternoon to you and to my colleague and friend, Suzuki-san. And thank you very much for ATR organizing this, I will call it still a boutique program, but I hope that it will become much more popular. I will say a few words about the progress that we have done. And I would like to say good morning to all our colleagues that will present today in Israel. Before referring to the presentations today and the program, I would say at least two important things. That first, we can, even in the new challenging new normal, the innovation did not stop, and we can see even some sectors that even growing faster, and the boost is great, like in digital transformation and in health. So it's very encouraging to continue with the efforts to develop the technologies, the new technologies, and I think despite the difficulties and the challenges the COVID is bringing to us in terms of technology and innovation, it's an opportunity. And as a fact, just recently we heard that the investment from Japan in Israel in the first half of 2020 is even higher than it was last year in 2019. And we also heard great news that the VC Aristagora opened, established here in Israel, an investment entity with the $60 million US. So I think it's a great news. Now a few words about this program, the KHINA Global Acceleration Program. I think it's a great opportunity for Israeli startups. Every round, this is the fourth round. The number of companies that interested is growing. Just to give you a few numbers, this year, this is the second round, fourth in total. We received 17 applications that 7 of them picked or selected to present today. So I think it's already a good sign. And I hope that several of you will continue the collaboration and the proof of concept with partners in Kahina. So in the last round, 2 companies that I think really doing well selected and already acting with ATR. I can mark the names, that Sierra Vision and OutSense. As I understand, at least one of them is doing great. So again, I think it's a very exclusive program that we will try to expand it. And I would like to thank all the presenters and the companies today, and of course to ATR that hosting and developing this program. I would like to wish you a great presentations and success in this event. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Abe-san. Thank you. All right. Yeah, we are all very excited to do the webinar. All right. Next, yeah, we will have a presentation about KGAP Plus, the program. Yeah, the presenter is Dr. Suzuki, Executive Vice President and the Head of Business Development Office of ATL. Yeah, please welcome Dr. Suzuki. Yes.
So good morning, Israel startups, and good afternoon for Japanese audiences. And thank you very much once again joining this event today. I'm Suzuki of ATL. And I would like to thank you, Abe-san and Elsa, for your continuous support and dedication to our program. I really appreciate your collaboration to us. Okay, for the coming 10 minutes, I will explain KHANA Global Acceleration Program Plus, KGAP Plus, and a bit about Batch 4. Let me start with a brief explanation of KHANA Science City. KHANA Science City is located in the middle of Kyoto, Osaka, and Nara, western part of Japan. And it looks like this picture. In the center, there are main road, and along the main road, there are a lot of buildings, mainly those relevant to R&D, such as universities and governmental research institutes and R&D centers of industries. And also, what is important for KHANA Science City is local residents living near R&D sectors. And I will explain next slide. They are very reliable for us. And Kansai region, Osaka, Kyoto, Kobe was selected 4 months ago as one of the 4 global startup cities of Japan by the Japanese government. And KHANA Science City is expected to play a major role in global open innovation. As I mentioned, local legends are very reliable on our activities. I mean, they participated very actively in POCs and pilot testing for the last 10 years in the field of smart cities, such as energy, healthcare, agriculture, and mobility, and municipal services. So if you are selected with our program, you can count on them to do POC or pilot testing, and you can have a lot of data to work with them. So KGAP Plus is one of the 2 programs for startup support. It's an acceleration program comprising in mentoring, seminars, and matching, and the POC. And try to help support your business in Japan and also expand your business in either Barcelona and New York. But for Batch 4, New York is a target. To realize this program, we had first created a global collaboration and cooperation network of more than 460 organizations. And for Israel Innovation Authority is our core partners and working very hard together with us during the last 3 or 4 years. And we set other 4 organizations in Barcelona Activa, and Entrepreneurs Roundtable Accelerator in New York, National Research Council of Canada, and the Confederation of India Industry in India. They are our core partners, and they send us as good startups to participate for our program, KGAP+. What we try to achieve is first to create a 2-dimensional collaboration network among our global partners, acting KHANA as a global hub, and also connect this collaboration network to Japanese market and tech society. As Max said, we have just finished KGAP Plus Batch 3. That was held completely online. That was really a challenge for us, but we dared to continue our program in spite of COVID-19 situation. But actually that motivated us to continue KGAP Plus, because this situation, we need to do something for startups. We need to do something together with our global partners. That's our mission. So that was very successful, and we are very proud and glad for this success. And the KGAP Plus was 3 months program for batch 3, starting the end of July and finished the end of October. And we had a demo day at the occasion of Kyoto Matsuri Expo, but it was also a completely online program. And 16 startups from Barcelona, Canada, Hong Kong, India, Israel, and Japan participated in the batch 3. These are the companies participated in batch 3. 2 coming from Israel, Outside, and the Sierra. Worked very hard, and I will show you the results, and they have a very good partners in Japan. These are the list of the startups participated in the batch 3, if you classified with the field of technology, ranging from AI, IoT to mobility. So we have a very variety of startups participated in batch 3. This is because we did not select these startups in terms of field of technology. We selected these startups in terms of their having services and products enough to do POCs with Japanese companies. And the second criteria is the overseas startups need to have an interest in business in Japan, and the Japanese startups must have interest in business outside Japan. That's our 2 criteria to select. So if you matches these 2 criteria, you have a chance to be selected for batch 4. So we just finished demo day last week, October 28th. Because of time difference, we had 2 sessions, session 1 starting in the morning for Canada, Japan, and Hong Kong startups. And the session 2 started in the evening for India, Israel, and Barcelona startups. And we had a talk about the Barcelona ecosystem in the COVID-19 era by Mr. Lorenzo de Pietro, the Executive Director of Barcelona Activa, our partner in Barcelona. That was really successful. So the outcome of KGAP Plus Batch 3 was really fantastic. And we had succeeded in matching for 13 startups out of 16 startups, for totally 21 matching for 13 startups. And if you include the matching in progress, the number raised up to 61 matching for all the 16 startups. So you had a good chance to be matched if you participate in the batch 3 in Japan. And some companies do not want made public their name, but I listed some of the companies which had a matching with global startups in batch 3. Architect is a startups, Gakken Toshi Hospital, their hospital in Keihana Science City. Good Kyoto is a small company in Kyoto area, and Jato and Kisho is a supermarket in Kansai area. The Nomura Research Institute and the Shimizu Corporation, it's a big construction company, and the Techno Data Science Engineering, and the Toshiba Tech. These are some examples that has matched with global startups in batch 3. For batch 4, that will be completely held also online and starting November 10th and ended in February 19 with a demo day held in Osaka as occasion of Hack Osaka. There is one of the biggest event in Osaka for startups. And we are now discussing some special program in New York City with entrepreneurial roundtable in New York City. But you need to wait a little bit more what will be take place in reality for special program. Okay, thank you very much once again for participating in Israel Challenge of KGAP Plus, and I hope you guys are good luck. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Suzuki-san. All right. Well, let's move on to pitching. Okay, for audience, please send a question or feedback through Q&A webinar, Q&A window in the Zoom app. Yeah, startups will reply to back in the Q&A window also. Yeah, please mention the name of startups in your message. Okay, the first one is data imaging analysis. Yes.
This is me. Hey,
Yeah.
so I will share my screen.
Yes, please. You have 5 minutes.
Okay, let me share my screen.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
You know when you see the full screen.
Not yet.
Almost there.
I think so. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Now you can see it?
Not yet. Yes. So, try again.
Okay.
Yes. Perfect.
So I'm starting. So my name is Ilan. I'm the CEO and co-founder of DA Imaging Analysis. We are a software company that developing AI solution for ultrasound analysis and helping physicians analyze ultrasound images. Not sure if you know, but you can scan almost any anatomic body with ultrasound, and it's very safe device, and it doesn't have radiation, and it's not expensive as MRI. And the market of ultrasound is a very big market. It's a $7 billion market where ultrasound AI solutions, software solution for ultrasound analysis are going to reach about 25% of this market. And the main drivers are relating to the fact that you see portable and handheld ultrasound device getting into new users at the intensive care, ICU, paramedics, even nurses, that starting to use ultrasound, but still there is a big gap between the ability to use it and analyze those images. So we see two main challenges within ultrasound. The first one is how to analyze the image once you get into the right area. Second is how to even capture the image, because compared to MRI, CT, X-ray, where you're posing the patient and the device and nobody is moving, with ultrasound you have to find the right view, which with those new users at the emergency room, ICU, the point of care users, the gap is very big because they have limited knowledge and experience of how to analyze and find the right image. You can see it also at the dedicated ultrasound units, but you can see it even increasingly in the point of care units. And this is the gap that we at DIA are trying to close. So we are leveraging AI to make the use and analysis of ultrasound images smarter and accessible to all. And we are doing it with an access to hundreds of thousands of images that we have with cooperation with more than 12 medical facilities, and that we apply our solution, which is a combination between machine learning, deep learning, and image processing technologies that we developed internally. And by now we have 7 FDA approved solutions and CE marked in various areas. We started in the cardiac space, we expanded to the abdominal. We're developing also other solutions in the lung ultrasound section, and as well as helping the user find the right image. So as I mentioned, we already have 7 FDA approved solutions. All of our solutions are vendor neutral and cross-platform. They can be easily added to any ultrasound device unit or healthcare IT system. It can run on the device itself or on the healthcare IT system or on the cloud, running through the system, the images and finding all kinds of abnormalities. Here you can see one of our AI solution embedded in a GE device, handheld device. You can see how the physician is taking an image of the heart, pressing one click, which is our solution. And within a few seconds, you can see the traction of the left ventricle and all kinds of indications, clinical indication of the performance of the heart. Everything is happening near the bedside, on the device itself, on the CPU of the device itself. We do not have to connect to the cloud to do that. Here is another example. We're working also with Konica Minolta, embedded inside their healthcare IT system, where you can see in a second how on the workstation, getting the images through the healthcare IT system, you can press one click and within few seconds, this is the click, you can see results of the performance of the heart for various views of the cardiac ultrasound images. During COVID-19, we see an increased use of our solution, specifically the cardiac solution, because the virus not only attacked the lungs, but also the heart. So we see more use of our AI solution on the front line, and we see very good feedback from physicians on the front line using our solutions. Our business model is that we are selling our solution to hospitals and clinics through channel partners that we are working closely. We already have 10 channel partners, as you can see here, and we're always looking for additional ones. We also have a standalone solution that we can sell directly to the hospitals, but most of our sales are coming through the partnership with those channel partners that actually distribute our solution as an add-on solution on their system, either ultrasound devices or healthcare IT systems. We already have more than 2,500 end users that decided to buy our solution in more than 20 countries, including in Japan, and we are starting to generate revenues. And as I mentioned at the beginning, our vision is to expand to various anatomic areas, both in the acquisition side and the analysis side, and we're doing it with an amazing team of physician engineers and business team players, as well as advisory board from the top medical facilities, including Mount Sinai, Rush, Yale, and of course, hospitals here in Israel. And this is just to brag about some awards that we got in the recent years about winning awards about our technology and innovation. Thank you, everybody, and join our journey.
Thank you very much. Great. It's a very cutting edge technology. Great. Okay. Next, we welcome Hilo Technologies. Are you ready? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, it is right that your product require medical.
Okay, just give me a sign that you can hear me and see the presentation, Maki. Good.
Yes.
Excellent. So hi, everyone. Thank you for hosting us today. My name is Liran. I'm the VP Business Development here in Halo. And today I'm going to present our company. Halo is a young company that was established in 2017. We are based in Tel Aviv, Israel. And we do have the first office outside of Israel is in Tokyo, in fact. We just opened it in the last few months. We have around 100 plus employee, and in terms of funding, we raised in the recent round B total of $88 million. Among the recent fund, we have two strategic partners. One of them is NEC, that I don't need to elaborate more on that one, and also EBB for the industrial and also robotic automation. And the mission of Halo was to develop the most efficient AI inference processor for edge devices. Some of the examples that can be run on the edge devices is for the automotive, for example, smart cities. Also, in the bottom, what you can see here is the additional use cases due to the COVID-19, smart retail, medical robot, last mileage, and so on. The main motivation that we see in the past few years is to move from the analytics, from the cloud to the edge because of privacy, latency, cost, and there are many, many other reasons for that one. Our first product is called the Halo 8. The Halo 8 is very unique compared to other, and I will show you some examples to the large corporate. A single Halo device is very powerful. Usually the competitors has, in terms of horsepower, has 4 tops. Single Halo 8 is 26 tera operation. So for those who are not too much technical, this gives you a lot to do, to run many, many applications. In addition to that one, the innovation comes from the architecture itself of the Halo 8. It was developed by Israel, by Halo internally. There is no component that were exist in the past, GPU or CPU. And one of the noticeable thing is the fact that we do not require external memory. External memory, usually in available solution, every time you access to the external memory, you need to pay with the power and latency. And also, unlike the cloud, on the edge device, we do care about the throughput and also on the power consumption. Therefore, the power efficiency is very important. We are able to measure 3 tops per watt on many applications, while competitors is limited only to 0.3 tops per watt. It can be used as a standalone or co-processor. Co-processor, it means that even existing customer, as shown in the Kyoto area, the companies can take and leverage the same solution that they have, connect the Halo 8 via PCIe or Ethernet, and then offload all the tasks related to the neural network to the Halo 8. So it's very fast time to market. We provide, in addition to that one, a fully programmable SDK software, and this device is also targeting automotive qualification. In terms of the target market, we are very, very focused. It's targeted automotive, not only autonomous, also ADAS application, smart cities, smart home, a lot of video analytics, smart retail, industry 4.0. The solution itself is very, very flexible. It means that it can run different network topologies and very, very scalable. Just some examples to the big guys. NVIDIA provide a very large chip, CPU, GPU, a lot of memory. Bottom line is the Halo 8 in terms of the area is X15 better on the size. And if we compare a benchmark of neural network, it is 20 times better in terms of efficiency. Also, we provide a lot of analytic and comparison to the different NVIDIA, as you can see here. In all of them, the frame per second, the throughput of the Halo 8 is much better than NVIDIA, and also to existing solution like Intel and Myriad. Basically, the innovation is from the architecture itself that we are doing, and we provide also a very comprehensive software that allows the user to take their trained network and to run it on the device itself. In terms of just the business model, we have selling the chip itself. We have also different modules that can be plugged to a customer existing solution, so they do not need to change their hardware. And today we are, samples are available in the hands of many dozens of customers, and it will be available as mass production by the end of this year. That's all for my end.
Thank you very much. Yeah, great product. All right, next is Hello Digital. Are you ready? Okay, your screen's coming. Yes, perfect. Hello.
Leo, you're on mute.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes. Please start again.
Okay, no problem. So thank you for the opportunity to participate. My name is Leo Bachman. I'm an entrepreneur for the last 23 years. We basically founded Hello Digital 5 years ago to help our customers to transform their factories into smart manufacturing, and basically to lead the new generation of production process management. Basically speaking, today manufacturing involves high complex processes with hundreds and even thousands of interrelated factors that all together shapes the production. This complexity leads to constant challenges of process stabilization, process scale-up, and of course improvement. Generally speaking, factories never have been designed to be digital. Decades of automation have made them reliable and safe. However, they are not able to analyze all the parameters that shape the production process and implement this analysis for future actions. And this is basically where Hello Digital comes into place. Our goal is to provide our customers a comprehensive data model of their production process. We call it a digital replica. And the digital replica enables engineers, site and corporate managers to analyze the direction of the manufacturing process in terms of relevant target functions, and steers the manufacturing process toward desired outcomes, such as optimal yield, cycle times, and things like that. A good example, just to understand the landscape, might be one of our customers. What you can see here is that this customer, it's agrochemistry manufacturing. They started their production 2.5 years ago on Q3 18. You can see here that it took them almost a year to get to a full production capacity in terms of batch size. They moved from 1,700 to almost 2,000. And not less important, it took them almost a year to get to a full number of production sites within, production batches within a given time. You can see here the distance between Q3 for 18 and Q3 for 19. It represents the amount of batches. So it's a very long time of process scale up. The other element is that even after this year, you can see that the yield are jumping all the time. In chemistry, you can find jumps of 10% easily. This is a $300 million a year product. You know, it's a lot of money. And the third thing is that sometimes they have very good batches that basically they cannot really effectively replicate. All of those we are trying to solve and reduce the scale-up time, dramatically contribute to process stabilization and optimization, and beyond all that, basically support our customers to build what we call digital assets, which is helping them to reduce the dependency on people and be able to move knowledge among sites. So how do we actually do it? After many years in the business, we really believe that the strength of analytics is only as good as the capacity of the data model that represents the phenomena. And in the space of production, and specifically in the space of process modeling, it's a complex system because, as I said, there are many both physical and logical silos. Data has been stored in many places. A lot of dependencies of the process on human actions and so on. And our goal is basically to collect all this, implement it into our digital replica, and support a very wide cycle of values on top of it. So basically, the data has been collected to one place, aggregated into a graph database that dramatically contribute to the efficiency of exploration of complex relationships and implementation of AI solutions. The data has been generated over time, and the model is evolving over time as much batches as we have. And it's all the times, of course, support a rapid implementation of advanced analytical solutions, and on an ongoing basis, analyze the utilization of the system and collection of insights, and support, of course, movement from normal analytical processes to more predictive and prescriptive capacities. Basically, the system provides value from day one, while striving toward providing a full prescriptive capacity, which is a full process navigator that analyze all the time the direction of the production batch and supporting with steering this batch toward desired outcomes. We usually starting with a much simpler application that implement all the data on the production floor in one place, dramatically upgrading the monitoring and investigation capabilities. After adding more data and evolving a bit more the data model, we're starting to support what we call development of digital sensors, things which cannot really be physically measured on the ground. And adding more data to the system, we're starting to predict the direction of the batches, which leads to corrective action, and of course, moving from predictive capabilities to prescription. Very fast forward, we launched our first commercial implementation 7 months ago, something like 2 months before the COVID started to hit Israel, with a deep focus on pharma, chemical, manufacturing, and biology. We currently have a full pipeline of implementations and looking for new partnerships to go beyond what we already have, both in terms of specific verticals like food and mining and things like that, and with different geographies. And specifically in Japan, we are looking for partners to start implement this solution, either with new verticals or with the same verticals that we're already operating, but to build a presence in Japan. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. Okay. So, okay, next, Hadar, are you ready? Magnet down.
Yes. 1 second.
Yes.
Okay, do you see my screen?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, great. So let's start. Okay, hajimemashite. My name is Hadar. I'm the VP of Business at MagniLearn, and I'm based actually very near to you in Seoul, South Korea. MagniLearn is providing with a crucial life skill to students, high level of English proficiency. We are working now with schools around Israel and initiating partnership and project in Korea. Our next step is Japan. Worldwide, in most countries, there is a positive correlation between the high level of English proficiency and economic growth. However, in Japan, it is surprising to see that one of the strongest economy in the world, ranked 3rd by GDP, and of course, an incredible country, is ranked number 53 by English proficiency. There is a huge gap between the English proficiency level, the expenditure on private English education, and the learning pattern of Japanese students. MagniLearn is bridging this gap, empowering schools and teachers with a tailor-made technology that can level up every student's English proficiency. Let's take a look at the market. The online educational market is booming, but actually this number is a result of a deep and long-term worldwide crisis in the educational system. We are Israelis, we actually like challenges. So let's take a look at the educational crisis right now. First, passive student, frustrated student. It seems like they study a lot, but they simply do not really learn. High focus on memorizing, on guessing, and just passing exams. Second thing, teachers. Teachers are facing an unmanageable volume of tasks. Teachers in Japan, in public school, are working more than 11 hours a week, 11 hours a day. And in total, teachers in Japan working plus 200 hours a year, more than the OECD average. Third, one solution is not enough. Students worldwide don't get what they need at the pace they need. There is only one method in school, and both disadvantaged and advantaged students are actually negatively affected by this. The overall result is lack of learning productivity that affects nations, families, and individuals. This is exactly where MagniLearn is a game changer. First, from passive to active, our algorithm enhances active learning and creativity. We leverage natural language processing for generating and evaluating, analyzing in real time, free-form exercises. Students are engaged. They need to actively come up with an answer, and they do not select it from multiple choice options. Second, we are complementary solution and actually helping to reinforce teachers' capabilities. Our product is easily adapted and integrate in every school curriculum, textbook, and goal. There is no hassle and no changes required from the teachers and from schools. Teachers keep teaching at the same way they did before, but MagniLearn just added an AI-based layer that helped to deepen the students' language understanding and to train the long-term memory. The third thing is students are different. This is a fact. No two brains are alike, and therefore depersonalization is a must in modern education. Our technology is breakthrough in science because we are not just saying, we are pure 100% individual learning progress. No grouping, no levels, no pre-prepared lessons. Everything is on real time. A quick glance at our product. So based on years of linguistic and computer science research, we have developed a knowledge model, actually a linguistic model. Each dot on the brain comprises a number of words, usage rules, and grammatical pattern that the students need to learn each step toward English proficiency. We analyze each language component in the student's answer and provide detailed personalized feedback in the student's native language, Japanese. The integration between active free-form exercises and 100% personalization to the student's knowledge and to the school's curriculum does not exist in the market today. On top of all, our product is highly scalable. The system can be customized to each and any native language. We are a highly experienced and diverse team, leaders in the field of natural language processing, algorithm, AI, business, and education. Professor Ari Rappaport is one of the top 10 world experts in natural language processing. Our main focus right now is to find a true local Japanese partner to execute a POC in Japan. It can be private schools, it can be private after schools like JUCO, it can be public schools or any other educational institutes. Okay, so just to sum up here, first I want to say that this is an amazing opportunity to be part of this session, but also to have a moment to think about this event is possible just because we speak the same language. We speak English. Language is the basic for building relationship and opportunities worldwide. This is what we create right now. And these opportunities are on national level and on the individual level. If we want to have better future for the kids, global partnership and cross-cultural business communications, we must prioritize quality English education. MagniLearn is here and can provide students in Japan with the best tool to acquire high level of English proficiency. We're looking forward to work with you. Thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Arigatou gozaimashita. Thank you. Okay. All right. We have 3 more startups. Next is Rail Vision. Yuval, it's your turn. Please unmute. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and so yes. So unmute, please. Turn on mic.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Yuval Isby. I'm a physicist and one of the founders of Rail Vision, an Israeli startup focused on improving train safety. It's a great honor for RailVision and for me personally to present and expose our company, technology, and vision to the Japanese market. I hope you will enjoy my pitch and the other innovative and exciting Israeli startup here. We started in 2012 with the idea that imaging technologies from military application can be civilized to the commercial transportation world. Forward-looking cameras installed on train locomotive optimized to the rail application will function much better than the train driver, being able to detect threats from a large distance with sophisticated optics, sensors, visual algorithms, hardware, and software. We figure out that using thermal imaging at the infrared band will most suit for the rail scene and will enable night vision. We called it Automatic Early Warning System. The Israeli rail company showed interest from the beginning, and with their great support, we tested a few use cases of animals, fallen cargo blocks, rocks, cars, pedestrian, and cyclists. We performed the required resolving power and proved the concept of installation and operation from a mobile platform. The thermal imaging concept have been confirmed. Great minds and skill joined the company and new use cases were developed. We had a daylight sensor improving coverage at all weather and light conditions. Fusion of the visual and thermal infrared video enables continuous view. Artificial intelligence based on a proper deep learning training and supporting hardware and software enables automatic object identification and classification. We joined the accelerating program of the German rail company DB, and with their support, we started a project at the Swiss rail company SBB that were our first customer and our hub for the homologation process. The vision we shared with our European partner is that RailVision will be the eyes of the future autonomous train. A similar system modified to Japan with Japanese partner is a pilot that we want to conduct. A cognitive day and night vision system with large field of view can show potential improvement of the efficiency and the safety of the shunting yard operation. RailVision system enables shunting yard locomotive operation with remote control. One person instead of two operates the locomotive and automatically detects switches, boxes, cars, braking shoes, and humans. Today, we offer a full range of visual and thermal infrared cognitive vision system from 5 meters to 2,000 meters. We bring digital solution to the safety challenges due to human limitations. We can detect and classify any object and fulfill any requirement as long as it is geometrically within the eyesight. Up till now, we raised $31 million. Our major strategic partner is Knorr-Bremse from Munich, Germany, the world-leading manufacturer of braking system and other safety critical system for rail and commercial vehicles. Knorr-Bremse annual revenues are 7 billion euros, and its mission is making mobility safe. RailVision now has 60 employees, from which 45 are focusing on research and development. Naturally, RailVision system is a leading candidate for light rail vehicle, LRV, safety operation, especially as part of the smart city integrative vision. We would like to conduct a pilot here in Japan with RailVision system installed on LRV, detecting threats to LRV operation and performing advanced driver assistance. We also would like to share the video and its analytics with the command center. In the future, our cognitive vision system will be the eyes of autonomous LRV operation at any level, being able to detect, classify, and share any threats. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, great. Great presentation. Okay, next, let me see. Else, Hannah?
Hi, Yair Bosch here, the CEO of Donisi Health. Do you hear me? Do you see my screen?
Yeah, but would you please finish your presenter mode? Yes, that one.
Okay.
Yes.
So, hi everyone. My name is Yair Bosch, and I'm the CEO of Donisi Health. In the coming 5 minutes, we'll share what Donisi does, but I think the first slide tells the whole story. The whole concept of Donisi is allowing detection of pulmonary and cardiovascular symptoms without the need of interfering in the day-to-day life. I don't think we need to explain too much around it now with the COVID, but the concept is that we have a sensor, you can live your life, and in the background, we're doing all the calculation to measure what's happening. So if we look at the healthcare market, one of the things we're seeing is the shift from hospital to home. In addition to that, we encounter a lot of adherence issues, especially at home, the shortage of caregiver and the need for pulmonary solutions. This is one side. On the other side, we see an increase in chronic disease, especially cardiovascular and pulmonary, and of course, the silver tsunami. So obviously the need is there, and there are huge numbers supporting this need. And what's unique about Donisi, we're the only contact-free solution for pulmonary congestion. Basically, we allow the detection of movement and sound remotely, and we're very accurate. You can see the slides about our specificity and sensitivity here, which are relevant to COVID, of course, but also to COPD, to crackles, and other different diseases. So why Donisi? Because of our high accuracy. You see on the bottom left-hand side a bar representing our accuracy, and we have a patented device where, based on a tech transfer from the University of Bar-Ilan and Valencia. So we have to date 26 registered patents. Based on those patents, we developed the know-how to identify 8 different parameters, which allows us the ability to use AI and provide predictive analytics for those diseases. So we are the only clinically validated device with very simple and contact-free abilities, eliminating adherence and allowing early detection. This is a high-level explanation about the technology. We are actually using an infrared light source. We're using a high-quality, high-speed camera to identify any movement, allowing us to translate that into audio and movement and create a holistic picture. So imagine 2 people that need a continuum of care. One of them is not using Donisi and the other does. The guy without the Donisi device will need to schedule a meeting with a nurse or a doctor, go through the unpleasant occasion checks where you need to undress, meet someone that came from, I don't know, who did he meet before, especially with COVID. Whereas when you use Donisi, you just continue to live your life and just take the measurements independently. So what are the parameters we're using? So as mentioned, our technology is very robust. Currently, we have 9 parameters that were clinically checked, and we have additional parameters in process. We have 26 registered patents, as mentioned, over 1,500 patients that went through our clinical trials. We submitted the device for FDA approval, and we expect to get FDA approval by end of Q1, and we're ISO certified. And this is our roadmap to disruption. So we currently have those two devices. We have additional two versions that we're working on. One is a minimized version that could be embedded. The other one is a sensor that could be positioned in different locations. And all of that is to allow total passive data collection. More and more data and algorithms are being implemented into our sensor to increase the amount of parameters that relate to cardiovascular and pulmonary symptoms. And the end goal is to minimize the sensor, an activity that we're already working on with Dell and Wistron, in order to allow the sensor to be installed or embedded within a mobile device, which will convert our mobile device into a mobile health station. So this is Donisi, and we're looking for partners in Japan to enter the health market, to allow us to manufacture and minimize our device and to really change the way healthcare is being used in the 21st century. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you very much. Okay, we are great technologies. Okay, the last one. Castor Technologies. Omar.
Yeah. Hi, if you can stop the presentation, Yair, for a second.
Yes.
Thanks. And let me share my screen.
Yes.
All right, can you see it?
Yes, it's coming.
All right, great. So I'll try to make it short. Hi, everyone. My name is Omer. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Castor, and we enable manufacturers to reduce costs utilizing the benefits of industrial 3D printing. I'll start by telling you that we have 7 Fortune 500 companies using our software since we launched it on November 19th. And the main reason is because they're afraid to be disrupted by 3D printing. It's mainly because they don't have enough information and in-house expertise to use 3D printing to generate profits. So when a company like HP, for example, sends its blueprints to Flextronics, for example, to manufacture a large machine, none of the sides consider 3D printing as an option to reduce costs. So that's where we are coming in. We're providing a decision support system for utilizing industrial 3D printing, which means that we enable manufacturers to decide whether to prefer 3D printing over traditional manufacturing methods when it can save them time and money. We do that by analyzing CAD files, CAD files, computer-aided design files, 3D objects. So we analyze CAD files technically and economically. Within that, we have few technologies that no one else has. The first is the ability to go over thousands of parts at once. The second is the ability to combine multiple parts into one. And the third is the ability to identify weight reduction opportunities to be used in 3D printing. This is how it works. The algorithm analyzes a full BOM, bill of material, database of parts of a product that manufacturers wants to produce, and provide a report like this on each one of the parts, whether it makes sense to use 3D printing or not, based on materials analysis, geometry analysis, financial analysis, and structural finite elements analysis. Eventually, we point you to the service bureau who can print the part for you. Let me show you a few examples of stuff that we've done lately, just that you'll get a sense of the kind of things we do. This is an example from a huge company called Stanley Black & Decker. It's a big company for tools and power tools. And this is a metal part that we've identified out of a large machine that makes helicoils. Helicoils for automotive and aerospace and medical devices. So we've automatically identified this part, and it was delivered in 9 days versus 9 weeks, and also costs 50% of its traditional manufacturing costs. And Here is another example of how is a combined part, those three different parts as a combined part saved HP Sidex about $400, about $65,000 a year. And again, we've done that automatically with a software that identifies those opportunities. There are two main reasons why we're on our way to success. The first is the team. We know each other for 18 years, served together the Israeli Air Force, a lot, wrote code for huge companies like Holiday Inn and Priceline, and led team of developers. I used to work for Stratasys, a big company in the 3D printing arena. I'm a mechanical engineer and I hold an MBA in entrepreneurship and innovation. They both from Tel Aviv University, which is one of the company's investors. We're also backed by Israel Innovation Authority. The second is what we've done so far. In less than 10 months, we've managed to generate revenues from 7 public companies. Some of them are here on this slide: AB InBev, HP, Evonik, Schneider, Stanley Black & Decker. And we already have a product in Japanese installed in few POCs in Japan, either a cloud-based or either an on-premise solution or either a white label for large players in the additive manufacturing arena. So if you'd like to learn more, we'd love to answer questions. We help manufacturers realize the full potential of additive manufacturing. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Okay. Yeah. So if anybody have a question to the Castle, the last one, we will connect you to by email later. Okay. Well, that's all for today's program. Thank you very much for the Israel companies. Okay, we hope this event inspire you. Yeah, all technology are very, very cutting edge. So I'm very impressed. Okay. If you are thinking about collaboration with any of the startups, please contact us. Yeah, we are happy to help you. Also, please visit KGAP Plus Batch 4 kickoff event, which will be held November 11. Yeah, selected startups through preliminaries are waiting for you. Yeah, we are selecting some of startups from today's event also. Yeah, they are from Japan, Canada, America, India, Nordic, and Israel. Yeah, they relay pitch to find the POC partners. Yeah, don't miss it. Well, thank you very much for joining us today. Yeah, have a nice day. See you again soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.